All right, so what we want to do is, when looking at number 2, you'll notice if you watch the last YouTube on this, I had plugged in A instead of alpha. So I want to redo this, and hopefully I can do it as well as the last time, because last time was really good except for that one mistake.
Yeah.
All right, so the idea is to draw your similar triangle for 30, 60, 90, because we know that once we see this 90 and this 60, we know this is going to be 30. Okay, so the idea is we want to take this 30, 60, 90 triangle system. Let me make sure you can see the whole board. You see the whole board? There we go. Okay. I'll zoom in again. Okay, so this 30, 60, 90 on your cheat sheet, right? It should be on your cheat sheet. And this is the 30, 60, 90, this is the 45, 45. But I need to rewrite it so it looks just like this one. Okay? And so when I do that, I want to look at where my right angle is. What is across from my right angle?
2 alpha.
So 2 alpha, right? And then what is across from my 30? So this would be my 30, right? So across from it is alpha, right? And this would be my 60, and across from it is my alpha square root 3, right?
Yeah.
And so then I can start using colors, red, green, blue, right? And I start linking the sides that are similar to the other sides. Because if we know they're similar, because it's an angle, 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 right? So that meets our similar triangles test, right? And then, so we know that the sides are proportionate. And that's why these 30, 60, 90s have a special relationship. So that means that this A right here goes along with this. They're both, hypotenuses, right? And so these are proportionate, or we like to say congruent in this case, because we have an actual ratio here that's showing the proportionality to each other, okay? And that ratio is the same on each side, right? So that means that this side, right, is the same as this side. So the green goes to the green, the blue to the blue, and the red, right? The red goes to the red. Okay? And so once I have those kind of tied together, I can start working my system. And the system's quite simple. You need to start with a number first. Okay? So the only number I have A, B, and 4 square root 3 over 3, right? So that's my number. It's not a nice number. It's a pretty ugly number, right? But it's a number nonetheless. So that's where I start. So I'm going to start with the green, and I'm going to start with 4 square root 3 over 3 is congruent to alpha, right? And why? Why can I start with that? Right? Do we know? Do you remember? Because, so.
It's a special triangle.
Because it's a special triangle, yeah. And so since instead of because, we're going to say.
Definition.
That's right. We want to sound a little bit brighter, right? So definition of special triangles,
30,
right?
60, 90.
And then, yeah, so then we'll list it, 30, 60, 90, the type of special it is, okay? And if we have 3 sides, we're going to have 3 definitions of special triangles. So in your proof, you should end up with 3 of those sections, okay? All right, now, the cool part is that's alpha. So that's done. That's simple, right? And so the next part is, do we want to do A or B?
A.
A? Okay. So A, so now I'm going to take A, right, is equal to 2 alpha. So A is equal to 2 alphas, right?
Oh, there
And
it is.
again,
Oh, why you doing that?
hey guys, I'm recording. again, definition of special triangles, right? 30, 60, 90, okay? And from there, okay, we want to solve for A, right?
So we plug in the 4.
So we plug in the alpha, right? So we're going to take this alpha and we're going to plug it in. So A is actually equal to 2, right? Times 4 square root 3 over 3. Now, this is truly 2 over 1, right? And so that's nice so that you can see that it goes straight across. And so all remember, anything outside the box, you can multiply. Anything inside the box, you can multiply, right? So we're just going to take this 2 times the 4, and we get 8 square root 3 over 3 equals A, right? And so, oh, we forgot that,
There's a pair.
sorry. For one, let's do a different color on our step, right? For 2, so this was set up by what? Definition? No. How did this get set up?
So,
We plugged it in, right? So we substituted. Good job. Okay? So now, let's use another color. We can go back to blue, I guess. And go, this is going to go multiply. So I'm going to get A is equal to 8 square root 3 over 3. Okay? And all I did there was multiply, right? So that's PIMDAS, which means distribution, right? Now, you can get away with saying simplification because it's only one monomial being multiplied, but I'd like to see distribution, okay? That is one of the answers, so we box it, okay? And now we can move on to B.
Excuse interruption, staff should be taking attendance. When attendance is complete, please.
All right, so who wants to go?
For the showing of the game.
Gotcha. Everybody have somebody to go with?
Yeah.
Teacher? All right, good.
Dan Williams' room or Christy Colby's room. Thank you.
Yeah, Williams, right? What? Come in here if you want to learn. Go over there if you don't. All right, so.
Really, what you're kind of learning if you're going to go watch a movie.
Right?
There's something you're gonna learn.
You're gonna learn something from watching the game, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we start with that B, and B equals what? So B equals,
alpha square root 3.
very good, alpha square root 3. Okay? And so here, again, this is the third definition of special triangles. 30, 60, 90, right? And then again, and this is, I think, where I messed up, right? And I plugged in the A,
Yeah.
and I'm not supposed to plug in A, I'm supposed to plug in
The alpha.
alpha.
Yeah.
So when I looked back at it, I saw this, for some reason brought my eye back down to this and plugged it in.
Yeah.
My bad. So I'm gonna go look at my alpha. What is alpha equal?
4 square root 3 over 3.
Right, and so I'm going to bring this arrow down and go, this is what I'm plugging in. So B is equal to 4 square root 3 over 3 times, now one thing we got to remember is that this square root of 3 is over 1.
Yeah.
Okay? That's something that a lot of times gets overlooked. And they're like, how do I multiply that? Remember, if it's not already in a fraction, then it's over 1, right? And that helps us when we're multiplying, okay? So what step is that? Where are we at now? So we did a red one, let's do the green one. And the green step was substitution. And now it's just a simple distribution, right? So, but it's not so simple, is it? It gets a little confusing. And so, let's take a look at black, okay? So we're going to go, this multiplies against this, right?
Will be 9.
And so the way this is, and I think we talked about it earlier better when we said, okay, B is equal to 4 square root of 3, right? Times the square root of 3 all over 3, okay? And when we have that, you know, it looks basically the same here. I really wanted to point that out, that there, once we have that, that's really, what we have is square root of 3 times 3. And so what we're able to do with that is say, well, that is 3. Remember how we take out pairs?
Yeah.
Put it outside. If we think about it, what is the square root of 9? 3, right? So either way you want to look at it. And so the next step here is b is equal to 4 times 3 over 3. And this is what I didn't do. I think kids were getting confused because I didn't show that. And then we can cancel. Boom. Right? So our first step in black was a basic distribution, right? Okay, and then in red we simplified, a radical simplification, right? We said, oh, if there's 2 3's in a radical, we can pull it out. So that's the radical simplification, right? And then in purple, we're canceling, right? So we're saying b is actually equal to 4, right? And through canceling, so through PIMDOS, right? Division multiplication, it's still kind of distribution, right? You're distributing a third, but you can also just call it simplification. It's okay either way with me. And then box your answer. And does that make more sense?
Yeah.
All right. Questions? There we go.
Okay, so you're going to go to the gym?
Oh no, we'll teach in here if you want, right? Okay, and then we'll go to the. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go down there just for the fourth quarter. Watch the fourth quarter. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't want to miss the fourth quarter.